Welcome to Real Easy Cooking with Robert. I'm Robert, and today we're making what I thought was a joke of a sandwich. And I really did. I thought I just mouthed off, thought I was being a smart ass, then come find out the sandwich is actually a Michelin star restaurant served sandwich, which just proves don't ever eat at any restaurants recommended by tire manufacturers. It'd be like going to a Goodyear likes this one, so what it is a toast sandwich. Yes, that's literally a piece of cold toast in between two pieces of bread with some butter and salt. That's the original recipe from 1861. It also became super popular during the American Great Depression, and we're going to make three versions of it here. We're going to make the original version, the one that's served at Michelin restaurants, and we're going to make a slightly improved version. And since I was thinking of that, I've come up with an idea for one that'd be like super deluxe. So we're going to do that one too. So we're going to have three versions of it, and we'll see which turns out best. So, first thing we do for a toast sandwich is we toast a piece of bread. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to toast two of them because we're making three sandwiches, so. I took out the grates out of here if y'all are familiar with my Cylon toaster before on how to make toast. Just because I want to actually toast both sides of this bread thoroughly, because it is it's like a Big Mac. It's a triple layered sandwich. This is some really soft bread. It's going to take a while to toast, and we watch the bread toast. This is exciting. Dun, 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 dun. So exciting. Hope the inside don't burn because it's direct to heat. Actually, it looks like it's not even getting hot. Let's turn them around so they don't burn. I hate burnt toast or uneven toast. So if I'm going to toast both sides of it like this, I'll do that quite often. Flip it around to watch it. Now, the original recipe didn't say if it was salted butter or unsalted butter. We're using margarine because that's what people have now. I don't know if butter's good for you this year or not year. They change every other time. Margarine's always the same, preferably not the best. Flip the toast again. Now, recipe calls for a thin piece of toast, heavily buttered, thin piece of cold toast, heavily buttered both sides, salt and pepper to taste, in between two pieces of bread. Soft bread. We have soft bread. We're making toast now. All right. Almost. I've been watching the light go back and forth. That's my timing device. How many eye passes does that take for it to make toast? That looks perfect. There's a piece of toast. Looks like it was made back in 1861. I am going to cut the crust off because it said thin toast. And toast, once you cut the crust off, gets a lot thinner in size, and it flattens down. Now, this crust we can use to make croutons for a salad if you really want to, or you can throw it out for birds, or you can just eat it because it is toast, so it is good. Now we're letting it cool. If I was to butter it right now with it being hot, the butter would all melt, the toast would become a soggy goop in between two pieces of bread, and no one's gonna like that. So that's why they said to let it cool. Suppose if I wanted to be real quick about it, I could just hold and put them in the freezer for a few minutes. That would chill them off too. But I don't think it's that necessary. I mean, it is almost winter time. I could just walk outside with them and get them snow covered. But let's try this. We'll wait a few more minutes. It's still a little warm. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're touching the bread. Yeah, I'm eating it, so it's okay. Yeah, I'll eat probably all 3 sandwiches. You don't get to keep this physique by not eating more than 1 sandwich a day, or more than 1 sandwich per meal. All right, now it's cold. Yeah, that's cold toast. I normally hate cold toast. Now it does say add a liberal amount. That is a liberal amount. So the trick to doing multiple layers is you add some salt, some pepper, put that upside down on the bread, butter this side, and again, salt, pepper, add the second piece, and there is a toast sandwich. Let's see how this thing tastes. You know, like famous cooks love this. Even Gordon Ramsay loves this sandwich. So, yeah. We can make this better. Let's make this better. I'm going to clean this up and try for attempt number 2. Okay, so we're back, and now we're going to make the deluxe version. Which, when I thought, hey, I'll make the bread sandwich the original, and I'll make the deluxe one. And I thought what I'd put on the deluxe one, and I thought, oh, Robert's so smart and creative. Not fucking at all. Because then through research I found out that yes, what I actually planned for deluxe one is already a deluxe recommended way of making this recipe from like just a few years after the first one came out. So we start with the cold piece of toast again. I butter it again. Okay. Liberal amount of butter. Take a piece of bread. Add some mustard. I'll let you guess what company mustard this would be. Only thing in my house. Not sponsored by Plotchmans. Piece of cheese. A lot of butter. Tell this was made before they knew about heart disease. And then they said even a thin piece of lunch meat. Which by them saying lunch meat and not ham or beef specifically in the restaurant, they probably meant like this, turkey. Then we take this and we cut this in half for the camera. Half on the plate for later. Compare. And the deluxe version with cheese and turkey. I still don't know if I like the toast in the middle. It tastes like gritty almost, like when you put, when you're a kid and you put potato chips inside your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It tastes kind of like that. But definitely better this way. Well, I'm going to reset. I have my version of a third way to make this to where it would actually be a real sandwich that you might want to eat at home and it'll be still pennies to make. That's why they started the first one. It was like 6 pence each to make, which would make it in today's money like less than 25 cents per sandwich. And that's with time and everything, like 10 cents a sandwich. So I'm going to reset this and we'll make the better one. So we're back to make my version, the Ultra Deluxe Toast Sandwich. This is also a toaster-free way. Yes, a non-toaster toast sandwich. Yeah, I like that. We take an egg, crack it open. Yes, I crack down the side. Yes, I throw the shell away. Whisk. If I was smart, I would have done this in a bigger bowl. Alright, so it'd be best to do this in a full-size bowl, and I'll show you why in a second. For me, like a dumbass, didn't think that far ahead. Do it in there. Because we're basically going to turn that into like a type of French toast. Remember, these frying pans don't need much oil at all, but the recipe does call for a shit ton of butter, so adding some butter flavor is probably a good thing to it. Plus, I will butter it when it comes out of the fryer. My favorite spatula. Alright, so we take a single piece. Soaking up all the egg that we can. Kind of like you would for French toast. Once your pad of butter gets melty in there, take your disgusting, wet, nasty egg bread, and drop it right on, and we let that fry. While that's cooking, I can prep my bread. And I'm going to turn that down just a little bit, medium heat, medium-low heat on one side. Of course, you put mustard. On top of the mustard, you put a piece of cheese. Because mustard and cheese all go good together. So always put the cheese in direct contact with the mustard. Always. Butter on this side. Oh, it's sizzling stopped. Time to flip it over. Maybe sizzling stopped because I turned it down too low. Lots of butter because it's definitely an artery hardening sandwich. And again, single piece of thin lunch meat. I can get a single piece off here. Boom. One single piece of thin lunch meat. It is a depression era food, so you know you're supposed to be make it as poor as possible. We're frying this to look like a Monte Cristo, basically. Or French toast, if you guys like that concept better. I should add some egg protein to the sandwich. And hopefully it won't taste just like gritty bread. Because that's what I think the last one tastes like. Last two. Trying a lot of unique sandwiches on this show. Between this, the Elvis Presley sandwich. What's some other weird sandwiches we should make? If you know of any, let us know. Write down below or email us or something. Shouldn't have said that. Now people are going to say gross stuff. Nothing gross. Nothing with roadkill. Nothing with product that only exists in certain parts of the world. Yeah. This is easy cooking. There you go. That's about the color we're looking for. Nice toasty looking color. We haven't even started exploring spices on this yet. You could add a whole myriad of spices to this concoction. Everything from cumin to turmeric. Okay, that looks done. I'll grab it this way. On there. I only have to add butter to one side because the other side already has some since it's on the meat side. I just wanted to make that a little sloppier because I'm tired of dry ass sandwiches. Alright, let's cut this and see how this thing tastes. This would be the real easy cooking version. It actually looks like something on the side. It's still piping hot. Now this I could eat. You should try some of this. This is actually good. Well, here's 3 versions of the same sandwich. Traditional, alternate recommended deluxe, traditional, and then my Americanized traditional deluxe. Fuck yeah, I like mine the best. This has been a toast sandwich with Real Easy Cooking with Robert. I'm done. Pick my ass up, make some food. Get some ass food. You ready to start?